This woman has been lying to you about her connection to your ex. A car accident will unlock what she's been hiding for years. You will soon discover the person behind your misfortunes. God says, be still for a moment and listen deeply, because what is about to unfold will shake everything you thought was safe. You may have overlooked her smile, her soft-spoken words, and her overly eager kindness, but behind that mask has lived a storm. A storm that began the moment she chose to hide a dark connection, a link to your ex that she swore never existed. She didn't just cross paths with your ex. She built bridges behind your back, smiled in your face, and shared conversations you were never supposed to hear about. Everything she did was dressed in pretense, wrapped in half-truths and stained in betrayal. A car accident is coming, not to harm, but to expose. It is not your pain it seeks, but her secrets it demands to release. Something about the crash will force papers, names, messages, and undeniable confessions to come into light. She has kept this tie hidden for years. Not just for convenience, but to control parts of your life that were never hers to hold. Your downfalls, your heartbreaks, your misfortunes, they didn't fall from the sky, they were carefully constructed behind curtains of friendship and trust. One message, one photograph, and a signature will tie her to moments you thought were coincidences. God says, do not fear what is being revealed now, for justice has no pause button. She is about to be caught in the web she spun, and this time, there is no more running from truth. You will not need to speak loudly. Everything will speak for you, the hospital report, the police inquiry, the forgotten chat history in an old phone. The collision is not just metal and road, it's time colliding with karma. She once said she was only trying to protect you. But protection does not look like silence when betrayal was burning in her heart. She didn't want you to know how much she smiled in places where you were crying. She told people you were sensitive, unstable, too emotional. And yet, it was her anxiety that made her lie so skillfully, always one step ahead of you, until now. You weren't being paranoid, you were being spiritually warned. She's been the connection. The thread that tied every disappointment, every delay, every twist of fate. And now, even the universe cannot hold back the truth she's tried so hard to bury. Type Amen to get blessing 333. She wasn't alone. Someone else knew, someone very close to her. A man whose silence was bought with benefits you never imagined would come from betrayal. He will speak after the accident. His guilt will weigh heavier than her cunning. And in that moment, you'll realize how long you've been walking through storms someone else created with a smirk. They watched you try. They watched you rebuild what they were tearing down. Every time you found joy, she quietly made calls to bring clouds over your celebrations. The night before the crash, she'll have a conversation you'll later discover. It will be the final clue. The final piece of her hidden script, delivered in a voice note not meant to reach your ears. God says, you were not foolish for trusting her, you were faithful. But she underestimated that heaven has a memory, and truth has a loud voice that comes in strange ways, sometimes in the sound of metal and glass. The person behind your misfortunes is not just her. It is the person she spoke to late at night, when you thought she was checking on you. It is the one who told her how to twist your words and use your weaknesses. Type Amen to get blessing 444. You will soon discover the full truth about your ex's reappearance in your life. It wasn't fate. It was her arrangement. She reopened old wounds intentionally. Every message from your ex was carefully orchestrated. She gave him the go-ahead, pushed him to reach out, and created moments to spark chaos inside you. The truth you will uncover has been layered like a maze. Each step closer will make you breathe heavier, not out of fear but because you'll finally realize how deeply you were manipulated. The car crash will break the loop. She had access to things she shouldn't have had. Keys, documents, dates, even conversations you shared in confidence. All of it was used to set timelines and plans against you. There is a location you're about to be guided to. It's not just a place, it's the ground where her lies were planted. You'll find an object there that doesn't belong to you but has everything to do with you. After the accident, she will deny. She will cry. She will even try to say it's all a misunderstanding. But what she can't hide anymore is the undeniable evidence the universe is bringing straight to your feet. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Someone will call you and say, "I didn't want to get involved, but now I can't stay silent." Their voice will crack, but their words will be sharp. They will name her, and they will explain everything she did step by step. This is your moment of rising. You're not just being given truth, you're being delivered from years of manipulation. What's coming isn't just shocking, it's freeing. The woman in question feared one thing: exposure. She built her life on controlling your narrative, and the moment that crumbles, so does her sense of power. And now, her time is out. A journal, a flash drive, or a hidden text will reveal the exact dates she coordinated with someone from your past. You will stare at it and remember moments you cried, not realizing someone planned it all like a silent play. You were never the weak one. You were surrounded by people who feared your strength and tried to blindfold your power. But now, the blindfold is burning away, and your vision is coming into divine focus. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Everything that broke you will now become evidence. Evidence not for revenge, but for release. It is your healing now that matters. You'll be approached by someone unexpected. This person saw something and kept it to themselves for years, but this accident will shake their conscience. They will tell you everything they saw. There will be tears. There will be silence. But what there will not be anymore is lies. Her face will no longer control your choices. Her voice will no longer echo inside your prayers. And her name will be stripped from the chapters of your life that are sacred. God says, "You have been patient long enough, now let revelation do the speaking." You won't have to ask why anymore. You'll see clearly who plotted and who stayed quiet in exchange for favors. This car crash will be divine interruption. Nothing fatal, but life-altering. Type Amen to get blessing 777. There will be messages dated years ago. Proof that your pain wasn't just random, it was targeted. And your trust was twisted into a weapon used against you. In the hospital hallway, a conversation will unfold that isn't meant for your ears, but heaven will make sure you hear it. It will be the missing puzzle piece. The final signature. Once this unfolds, protect your energy. There will be people scrambling to cover their tracks, but you do not need to run. You've already won. This is not the time to confront. This is the time to allow truth to finish its mission. And it's already in motion. God says, this is the season of tables turning without you having to lift a finger. Be still and keep your spirit calm, for the storm has found its origin. And it was never you. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Your tears have spoken. Your silence has been loud. And now, divine justice has been activated. She will want forgiveness. She will want you to pretend like nothing happened. But this time, you'll remember how heavy it felt to carry what you never broke. When you see the car, you'll feel a strange calm. That's your spirit recognizing the end of a cycle. The end of her lies. Don't be surprised when her friends disappear. They were never on your side. They were part of the echo chamber that repeated her false stories. You have new strength now. You've been elevated, not just spiritually, but emotionally. This is your closure, crafted by divine hands. Type Amen to get blessing 999. This is your script now. No longer written by her, no longer controlled by guilt or half-truths. You are free. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Your heart, once bruised by invisible hands, will now beat louder than every secret she tried to keep hidden. You are not her puppet. You are a warrior who survived betrayal clothed in kindness. Stay ready. The knock, the call, the evidence, all of it is coming. And it's arriving right on time. You'll look back at certain conversations and feel a shiver run through your spine, not because of fear, but because the truth was always hidden in plain sight. The way she spoke about your ex, the pauses, the avoidance, the rehearsed responses, now they will all make sense. Every gesture you once thought was harmless will begin to echo with deeper meaning. You will see her in a different light, not with hatred, but with absolute clarity. She did what she did not because you were weak, but because she thought you'd never wake up to the pattern. But you are wide awake now. The universe had to wait for the right moment, the right setting, the perfect catalyst, and this car accident is that doorway. What she buried beneath fake concern is now surfacing like a tidal wave, and nothing can stop what's unfolding. She will try to distract you, confuse you, even guilt-trip you, but you must stay firm. After the incident, you'll find a message meant for someone else. But it will land in your hands. It will confirm that every delay, every heartbreak, every time your name was dragged into chaos, it was not just fate, it was intention. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. This revelation will affect others too. People who never believed you, people who dismissed your instincts, they will now witness the truth without your words. Her mask will fall, not with drama, but with undeniable evidence. There is a name she whispered during late-night calls. That name has power. That name is the one who helped fuel the plans against you. That name belongs to a person who has been watching your life from a distance, quietly, calculating every move. But their silence is ending. They are going to be exposed too. Once her connection to your ex becomes public, everything changes. People will question their own loyalty. And some will beg you for forgiveness, not because they cared, but because now they fear exposure too. The car wasn't just a vehicle, it was a mirror. It will reflect all that was hidden. And it will give you the strength to walk away from anyone who can no longer hide their hands. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. You will no longer question if you deserved the things that happened. The answer is no. What happened was engineered behind your back while you were loving purely. Her laughter that once sounded sweet will now echo as manipulation. Her advice will no longer feel like help, it will taste of poison. And her eyes will shift when she realizes you're no longer under her spell. The hospital room will become a courtroom. Not legally, but spiritually. Words exchanged there will carry more weight than any document. She was afraid of one thing, being irrelevant in your life. That's why she stayed close. Not out of love, but out of fear that if you ever truly healed, she'd no longer have a way to influence you. Now is your time to pull back your energy. No need for vengeance. Your peace is enough punishment for those who thrived on your chaos. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. She used your kindness as a mask for her guilt. The more you trusted her, the more she panicked. She feared you'd find out what she did during the years you were broken. Your breakthrough will not just be spiritual, it will be social. People will see the shift in you and wonder what caused your glow. They'll never know that the truth, though painful, became your greatest liberation. She kept telling you that your ex was toxic. And yet, she was talking to him, feeding him information, and playing both sides like a silent chess game. Now the board has flipped. There's a phone she thought was lost. That phone holds the final pieces. And someone will turn it over to you soon. You will sit quietly, reading every word. Your hands may tremble, but your spirit will stand tall. You'll realize your battle was never against your own shadow, it was against the darkness pretending to be light. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. Your soul will feel lighter. The burden you've carried unknowingly will fall from your shoulders like shattered glass. You'll finally breathe in a way you haven't for years. You won't need to expose her. Life is doing it already. Her circle is crumbling. People are beginning to see her for what she truly is, not a friend, but a collector of secrets she used as weapons. She will act confused. She'll send you messages saying, "I don't understand why you're acting this way." But her performance is over. And this time, the curtain won't close with applause. Even her apologies will feel scripted. But you don't owe her a reply. Not anymore. You owe yourself peace. Your ex will come forward, not to love again, but to explain what was done. They were manipulated too. And now, the web is breaking from all directions. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. She may say she did it out of care. She may say she was only trying to protect you. But her words cannot erase the calculated choices she made when no one was watching. The truth will come like a landslide. Fast. Relentless. Loud. And when it arrives, don't run. Stand in it. Let it wash away the years of confusion, gaslighting, and betrayal. You will be surprised how strong you've become. Even the people who once judged you will now look at you with silent awe. Because while they fell for the act, you survived the performance. She wore your pain like a crown. She told people she was saving you. But in truth, she was studying you, feeding from your vulnerability, and reporting your every move. No more. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. You are stepping into a new dimension of clarity. Her spell is broken. Her influence is dissolved. From this day forward, her name will no longer trigger your anxiety. Her presence will no longer occupy your mind. She is a lesson, one you've learned, one you'll never forget. The person behind your misfortunes is now exposed. Not just to you, but to everyone who matters. And the shame they tried to put on your shoulders is now being returned. This is not revenge. This is revelation. And it has arrived. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Her power came from the illusion that she was innocent, loyal, and on your side. But the crash will strip away every layer she hid behind. For the first time, people will see her without her mask, and she won't be able to hide behind sweet words or carefully rehearsed excuses. She built her strength by weakening you, always making sure she was the one you ran to, so she could listen and report. But now, that cycle has ended. Your silence is being replaced by divine clarity, and no one can stop what's being exposed. Every tear you cried will be matched by a truth being revealed. Every time you doubted yourself, heaven was recording the betrayal, saving it for this moment of truth. The collision didn't come to break you, it came to set you free. She will be watched. Every step she takes now will be under a different light. People will begin to whisper, "How did we not see this before?" And the answer is simple, she was that good at hiding. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. She planned everything with precision. She knew when to show up, what to say, how to act. But what she didn't count on was the divine timing of exposure. Her connections will dissolve. People who once supported her will begin to feel uneasy around her. That's the shift of energy when the truth finally wins. The person who once held influence over your ex will now lose that control. Your ex will admit things they never had the courage to before. They'll explain how she manipulated them with lies about you. You will feel the betrayal, but even more than that, you will feel relief. Because now, you finally understand why nothing ever made sense. The pieces will click together like a haunting puzzle completed after years of confusion. She tried to turn everyone against you. Quietly. Strategically. But now, she's the one who stands alone. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. She never expected the universe to fight for you. She underestimated your worth. She believed that silence meant she'd won. But now the silence is breaking. Not with chaos, but with clarity. A calm, unstoppable clarity that cannot be ignored. Every place she lied will now become a spotlight. Her fake tears will dry. Her words will fail her. What she once used as her weapon, secrecy, has turned on her. And the things she buried will rise up one by one. You won't even need to seek revenge, truth will serve the justice. The accident will leave her shaken. Not just physically, but emotionally. Because it will be the first moment she realizes she's not in control anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. Her face will tell a story before her words even begin. Guilt is hard to cover once the truth starts showing up in unexpected ways. And her face will betray what her lips try to hide. She will try to act like nothing's wrong. She'll even try to reach out again. But this time, you'll see right through it. The people who supported her narrative will now slowly distance themselves. Not because they're sorry, they're scared. Scared of being tied to someone who built their image on lies and destruction. There is a notebook, a message thread, a voicemail, something undeniable. When it comes to you, don't react with rage. React with power. Quiet, strong, undeniable power. You are not the same person anymore. You've been reborn in truth. You've outgrown the traps she set for you. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. The next chapter of your life starts without her. And without the pain she caused. You are walking into a season of clean energy, real connections, and spiritual protection. She will keep trying to enter. Through mutual friends, through subtle gestures, through pity. But nothing she tries will work. You are no longer reachable by deception. You are guarded now, not just by wisdom but by divine force. You've been marked for a breakthrough she cannot interfere with anymore. Your ex will try to make peace. Not because they want to return, but because they finally see who the real enemy was. And they'll admit they were fooled too. She was a puppet master for years. Pulling strings and controlling outcomes. But now, every string has snapped. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. Don't be surprised if she changes her number, moves to another area, or deletes her social media. That's the behavior of someone who can't face the weight of their truth. That's the collapse of her illusion. She is no longer a mystery. She is a memory, one that no longer holds emotional power over you. The energy she once drained from you is now returning like a flood of healing. You will smile again without flinching. You will walk into places where she once whispered lies and feel nothing but strength. Because the spell is broken. Your peace is louder than her manipulation. Your silence is heavier than her excuses. Your healing is the revenge you never had to plan. And heaven will keep opening doors she can never walk through again. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. Now that the curtain has fallen, you don't need to look back. You don't need to prove anything. Everything is unfolding exactly the way justice planned it. Let her be confused. Let her play innocent. Let her write her own downfall in real time. The person behind your misfortunes is revealed. And there's no more room for shadows. You are now in the light, fully, finally, completely. Everything she did to break you has made you unbreakable. Everything she used against you is now fuel for your purpose. The car crash was never the end. It was the collision of truth and lies. And truth has won. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Let her watch from a distance as you rise. And rise. And rise.